Stop waiting for opportunity, become it. Most people are not held back by lack of talent. They are held back by waiting. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for permission. Waiting for someone to notice them, choose them, fund them, save them. But history does not reward the patient observer. It rewards the bold participant. Right now, somewhere deep inside you, there is a quiet knowing, a pressure behind the chest, that your life is meant for more than repetition, more than survival, more than waking up tired and going to sleep unfulfilled. That feeling is not imagination. It is instinct. It is the same force that kept Edison awake through thousands of failed experiments, the same fire that pushed Carnegie from a bobbin boy to an empire builder, the same obsession that made Walt Disney risk bankruptcy again and again while the world told him to be realistic. They were not lucky. They were not chosen. They became. Opportunity does not knock on passive doors. It responds to identity. The world does not give chances to people who wait. It rearranges itself around people who decide. And here is the truth most never hear. The moment you stop waiting for opportunity, you step into a different class of human being. Because waiting is rooted in doubt. Waiting is the subtle belief that something outside of you controls your destiny. Waiting is fear dressed as patience. Napoleon Hill understood this long before the modern world distracted itself into comfort. He studied the wealthiest, most influential minds of his era and discovered something shocking. Every great achievement began with a burning decision, not a perfect plan. Clarity came after commitment. Confidence followed action, not before it. You do not become ready, then act. You act, and readiness rises to meet you. Belief is not something you wait to feel. Belief is something you build through movement. Your mind is either trained to hesitate or trained to command. And every time you delay the call of your purpose, you strengthen the habit of retreat. The brain learns from repetition. If you repeatedly choose comfort, your nervous system begins to fear growth. If you repeatedly choose challenge, your identity upgrades. This is why most people live average lives, not because they lack ambition, but because they never declare war on indecision. Look closely at your life. Where are you waiting? Waiting to start because you don't know enough. Waiting to speak because someone might judge you. Waiting to lead because you haven't been invited. But no leader in history was invited into greatness. They stepped into it and the world adjusted. Henry Ford didn't wait for approval from bankers who laughed at him. Abraham Lincoln didn't wait until the nation was united before he acted. They moved with imperfect information but unshakable conviction. Conviction is the currency of creation. When you decide, fully decide, something extraordinary begins to happen. Your perception sharpens. Resources appear. People enter your life at the exact moment you need them. Not because of magic, but because your mind finally knows what to look for. The subconscious cannot assist vague desires. It obeys clear commands. This is why vision is not a luxury. It is a necessity. See it before it exists. Not once, not casually, but daily, intensely, emotionally. Picture yourself already living the identity you seek. Speak from that place. Walk from that place. Decide from that place. Your actions will begin to align, not because life is easy, but because confusion disappears when purpose is clear. And purpose demands discipline. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in motion. The world glorifies motivation, but motivation fades. Discipline stays. Discipline shows up when the mood is gone. Discipline trains you to act in alignment with your future self, not your current emotions. This is where most people turn back, because discipline reveals who you truly are. But understand this, every disciplined action, no matter how small, sends a signal to your subconscious. I am the kind of person who follows through. And identity always wins over circumstance. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall or rise to the level of your self-image. So raise it, not through fantasy, but through proof. Proof created by daily action. Proof earned in silence while others wait. Resilience is born here, not from avoiding failure, but from refusing to interpret failure as final. Every setback is feedback. Every obstacle is training. The strongest minds are not those that avoid hardship, but those that extract wisdom from it. Adaptability is power. Rigidity is death. The world will change. Markets will shift. Plans will break. And those who cling to old identities will be crushed by new realities. But those who commit to growth, who remain students of life, will always find a way forward. Gratitude sharpens this process. Not passive gratitude, but active appreciation, the ability to acknowledge progress while demanding more from yourself. Gratitude keeps ego in check and hunger alive. And hunger is essential, because opportunity is not found. It is forged. Right now, you are standing at the edge of a decision that doesn't look dramatic from the outside, but will define everything that follows. You can continue waiting, or you can become the kind of person opportunity is forced to respond to. The world does not need more spectators. It responds to creators, builders, leaders, those who move first. And once you move, truly move, there is no going back.